Hello everyone, my name is John Demarest. I just want to come today and let you know about some of our martial arts fitness and training we're doing here at NACA. Today I'm going to mix two different concepts with you, some more peaceful wellness concepts that we have with breathing techniques, stretching, and we'll do a little bit of the martial training with some Wing Chun and punching and some stances and maybe a little bit of stepping as well. So just follow me the best you can. If you want to just go ahead and take a nice stance with your feet about shoulder width apart, and we're just going to go ahead and start with our neck stretch. Reaching across, reaching over, and slightly move your neck back and forth, and then reset, and then go to the other side. And then stretch your head down, and you can rotate from left to right. Reach behind your head. You can look up, look to the left, look to the right. And same thing on the other side. Look up, look to the left, look to the right. Now let's do some arm circles. You can go toward the back first time and then switch, go toward the front. And let's do some twisting stretch at the torso, just reaching across high, reaching across high, to the middle, and then low. Let's do it again. High, middle, low. One more time. Don't forget to breathe. Try to keep your breathing steady and try not to hold your breath. So, from here, reach out to the side, bending at the waist. Come down like an airplane or eagle. And we're going to place our right hand on the ground. We're going to reach up to the sky with our left. Rotate. Switch. Both hands on the ground. If you can, just go ahead and fold your arms and hang there. Take a couple deep breaths. Come back up. So bend down, keeping your left leg out. If you can, reach across, touch your toes. Switch. Reach across, touch your toes. Come back up into like a frog stretch. So the frog stretch, you're pushing your legs out and you want to sit nice and tall. Push away, elongate your spine. Come down into like a tabletop. And I'm going to turn to the side so you can see a little bit better. on your knees and on your hands. And you can take this hand, reach through. Remember to breathe. Take your left hand, reach through. Now you can come up to what they call like a downward dog. And if you see my legs, I'm pushing one leg back and then letting the other knee bend. Make sure the neck is loose. Drop down. So from here, if you can, and if you can see my toes, they're bent underneath me. And that's a good toe stretch. So from this position, I'm gonna put my hand out, thumb to pinky, and I'm gonna rotate inside. I'm gonna bring it in. This is actually a joint lock, Koda Gaish, outside wrist lock. It's also a good joint stretch, wrist stretch. So this way, hand underneath, and you're trying to bring your pinky to your nose. This is Nikyo, another wrist lock. So bringing it in and out, in, out. Other side, thumb to pinky, in. Do the other reverse, thumb to pinky, or pinky to nose. And you can go out and in and get the feel for that. Set your hands back. If you are a little tighter in the knees, you can place your hands on the ground. Try to push yourself up, roll yourself back up. That way your feet are under you. So, as we move forward now, we got a light stretch in, and now we can focus on some breathing. So there's a couple different concepts on breathing. The main thing is getting a good complete breath. So filling your lungs up completely. So complete breath is another teaching along the Chinese monks, things like that. So you can do it by bringing your lungs down, so expanding your stomach. So I got a good stomach for this because I've been practicing it. So if I expand my stomach, you can see that it's full here, but really what that's doing is allowing my lungs to elongate downward. This can help you in a complete breathing. This is also a good defense. If you are in a conflict, or even if you're trying to lift weights or something like that, filling yourself with air will help you be more strong. That's part of physics. So let's try it. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. So breathing in and out. As you breathe out, you want to flex your stomach, pull it back in, let your stomach do the work, and then breathe out, and suddenly, and as hard and as far as you can. And release it easily, steadily. So at this time too, I want to kind of focus on how you're standing. You want to have slightly bent knees and standing more relaxed with your arms hanging down. So let's focus on that and then try to do the stomach as well. So again, quickly and abruptly fill your stomach. Release consistently. One more time. So now what we want to do, since we've exerted ourselves some with the breathing, breathing like this is different, and it can cause some lightheadedness sometimes, just continuing to breathe. We're not exactly used to that. A lot of times we focus our breathing on what's going on, how fast we're moving, or if we're not moving. You might see boxers and things like that, or some people that are moving really fast or breathing fast. So you want to try to keep your breathing steady in and out. Remember that you have 2 minutes of good air in your lungs, and your body will require more oxygen as you move, but you have enough to control your breathing. So let's move into another concept of breathing, and just breathing lightly and not as deep and abrupt, so that you can bring yourself back down. And this can help in a stressful situation where you might be in a heightened sense of maybe pressure or stress. And so you can breathe in, and we'll use our hands, a concept called hapki gong. So with your hands, you start here and breathe up. Good long breath. At the bottom, push. So turning your hands over, coming back up. Push to the center. At the end, squeeze it all out. Flex your stomach and push it out. In. Down. From here, back up. Big, down. Back up, light breath. Out to the middle. Back in, light. Down. Rest just a minute, breathe normally. Let's go back up again. Squeeze. Back up. Out to the middle. Lightly back in. Down. Push all the air out and squeeze. Rest for a moment. This is to help you reset your breath. One more time. Let's breathe in big. Squeeze. Breathe up. And out. Breathe in nice and light. And down. So if you notice, I have this stance just about shoulder width. I still have my knees bent slightly. This helps blood flow through your body. You don't want to have locked knees at pretty much any time. You always want to keep your knees bent slightly, even when walking. So I'm going to show you some concepts that you may not have thought about, just normal walking. So as we walk, we can tend to shift side to side. So we want to try to keep our gait and our structure firm and solid, especially as we walk, so that we can keep our balance. We don't want to step out too far. That can cause us to be off balance. We don't want to step out too far this way. That can cause us to be off balance. So if we just take a nice, easy step forward, just like a normal walk, think about moving your weight and keeping it over your legs. Don't let it go too far out to one side or to the other side, but just keep your structure right over the top of you, right over the top of your feet. And then I'm going to go back, just the same. So some of these stepping concepts, this is kind of like a 3/4 boxing stance, and that can help with your movement either left or right. You can go this way, you can step and go this way, and then we can go back as well, like a slide. So stepping, and then go back. So you're gonna move your foot back, your back foot back, and then bring the other one sliding backward. So I'll do it this way. Take one step, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my back leg, and I'm going to slide back, advance and slide. So stepping and slide. Step and slide. So stepping, and then I'm going to turn around and face you again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this front leg and I'm going to bring it around behind me, and I'm going to put it about where I want to face you, and I'm just going to pivot with my feet this way.